Yeah, this is Elder Black Light, Allah's 24/7, God Vision. So, continuing on with the unity. See, the way I look at things is brothers always, you got a lot of brothers, to me, making a comfortable living off of black people's suffering. They always talking about the black agenda and, you know, what they are doing to help black people out in politics. And it's just like a Groundhog Day, It's just keep on going over and over and over. And then on the other hand, you got the Nation of Islam broke up into sects, and the brothers are still talking about what Wallace did, what Farrakhan did, is doing. And then y'all talk about who's an Uncle Tom and who's not an Uncle Tom. And you know, when you join up, because I was into several uh, if you want to call them camps, and it always was some mess going on inside, infighting, and it just didn't make no sense, man. And so I figured that the enemy has infiltrated and penetrated the ranks, and really wasn't no hope. But I looked at what's going on now, and I see that the Kemetic community is battling with each other. Black Power, uh, Pan Africanists, they battling, feuding, and beefing. And I don't know if it's the leaders are ego tripping or what. So I mean, when I stop attending meetings, I still remain true to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I just didn't have no hope in the leadership. They was already established with membership, and then if you want to one particular Nation of Islam, they changed out of temple into mosque, and was leaning towards Orthodox Muslim, even though they said they followed the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And uh, they had a clique inside, and I seen how they was treating each other, and I lost faith in that. And I went to Supreme Minister John Muhammad's temple, and I said to myself, I said, now this is the last brother that seen Master Farad and walked and talked with Master Farad Muhammad. And so I sat down and talked to him, and went to his meetings. But there was a lot of undercurrent in his temple. But I was still determined to present him on my radio program, radio and television program, because I wanted him to bring out Master Farad, those early days that he shared with his brother, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Master Farad. And he would give an insight, and you could see better who was following the teachings. And then here came the son of man, Marvin Muhammad. He had a program, y'all probably know what it is, some of y'all, on 88.1, and he challenged Supreme Minister John Muhammad, who he was. And he wanted to debate and argue, and I was trying to bring brothers together. It didn't matter because what set they was with. They could have been with the Moors or whatever. I just wanted everyone black to have a voice on this black-owned and operated radio station and support the owner, the black-owned owner, so we could get us our own broadcasting system. But it didn't happen that way. And I got disenchanted, and I just kind of faded away. And I said, well, I'm just going to, be concerned with my own family. And I had a whole lot of problems going on in my family that I had to deal with. So one day I got smart and said, you know what? I'm tired of giving my time and my energy to this Caucasoid. I figured it all out, that the only thing that we're here in the United States for is to be to give our energy and time to the Caucasoid, to the Caucasian. So I say the rest of the time I got remaining, I'm gonna give it to myself and my people. Try to build my people up as I'm building up myself. When I go out, I want to go out fighting. I want to go out slugging, man. I want to take some heads before I go out, man. I don't know how long I got, but I'm going to be banging on that beast. But at the same time, I'm going to be trying to build my people up. And so I'm willing to unite, but I ain't for no foolishness, man. I ain't got time to waste. I ain't got time to be playing around. When I always been a high. Everything I did, I wish I could tell you the whole story of when I moved over here on the west side, how the brothers over here kicked the mafia out of our neighborhood. This was just before the 1967 riots. We made them pay us taxes to operate. We robbed them, beat up police, that's when I was in my thug years, but regardless of that, we controlled our turf until they sent in them drugs. And I seen what that did. So I got experience on banging on the beast. When I go out, way out to them jobs, I used to work in the suburbs. I'd be the only black one out there. And I went to this one factory. They had Nazis, the Klan, they had all of them out there. It was just me and this other brother. I took them on. I got them fired. I think I told that story before. Like, I found out their weakness. It was two whiteys that was alcoholics. So every day at lunchtime, they go out and get drunk. So I told my boy, I said, man, let's buy a gallon of Seagram's gin and bring it back to the job. And so I told him, at lunchtime came, we was out in the parking lot. I told him, I said, look, we need some gas fare to get back home, you know, because we was working in Rochester Hills. And so I say, let me sell you this this gallon of Seagram's gin. And so they bought it. They never did get back. They got back around time to get off work, you know. They tried to drink that whole gallon. I think it was a gallon, a fifth or something. We had bought a lot of it. They got blown and they got fired. So the only thing that stopped me from working out there was they tried to kill me accidentally because they came at me in the parking lot, but I had my little Gat with me, and they seen it. I put it on the dashboard top, and they seen it on the dashboard, and they backed off. I went into the car to eat my lunch, and so they all started coming at me, crowding around the car. And I took out my Gat I had on coveralls, sitting on top of the dashboard, kept on eating. But they said we'd try to, you know, they tried to kill me with a halo. Dropped some stock on my head and it missed. So I had to go. I said, yeah, man, they could get me like this. So I had to go. But, you know, I didn't care. The owner hated me leaving because I worked so good. You know how black people work. I invented stuff to make the job more easier. I know we scientists. So, time is running out. Talk to you next time.